Here's me. I was looking, recording, all that good stuff. Yeah, so, oh, hi. It's you again.
This was one of my first characters. It was a zombie that was running for president. It was 2008. I had these silly bits, and he didn't look like a zombie, but he was. And progressively, I think my plan was to make him look kind of worse. And
this is me right now, waiting for my YouTube video to upload. So I'm just waiting for that to happen. And in the meantime, why don't you just grab yourself something from the fridge, because they just take forever. It's like 18 megabytes. I've probably been here about 10 minutes. So, either my connection isn't that good right now, or it's just going to be a while.
quaint times. This is what YouTube used to look like back in the day. This is what I was recording on at that time, Sony CyberShot, and I edited on my eMac, not an iMac, this bad boy. Eventually I got another camera, digital video camera, separate. Finally got an iMac, saved up some money and got my own setup, started doing editing on there. I had hair. I was, I guess, on a mewing streak like the kids say. YTMND was a thing. Memes looked kind of like this. LOL, epic fail. We are anonymous. We are many. We are legion. Blah, 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 blah. It's me. I'm back. I'm alive. So my mental health has kind of been in the shitter lately. And rather than just stagnate in that, I decided I should probably still try and do something creative. And kind of in that same way that you just have to kind of like get up and start moving again. That's effectively what this video is going to be. It's going to be loosey-goosey. I was planning on something a little more structured, maybe researched, and that will still happen in the future. But for right now, this is just me working through it. And, looking back at some stuff that I did a long time ago. I think in doing so, it helps to kind of reinvigorate or spark that creativity. Kind of like looking back at something you've made, whether it be a piece of art, something you wrote, music, poetry, journaling, any kind of thing you did a long time ago, and now you're coming to it as the person that you are. Sometimes that can reignite for you, spark an interest, or remind you of something that maybe you've lost along the way. In particular, this character, this persona, was a survival expert, but he was very goofy, had a bad Australian accent, and it was an invention of my own boredom. I was in the middle of nowhere, and I just kind of entertained myself, and that was one of the ways I played around was, like inventing this character and just riffing on the spot, throwing it together in the edit, a lot like I'm doing right now. I think what I liked the most was the fact that I was just continuing play. The same thing that we all start out doing that eventually is beaten out of us, or we're just so tired, or our imagination isn't allowed to continue to flourish. And I had the freedom and the opportunity to just be a goofy guy, just be silly. I took that opportunity, and I went out with my camera and I made silly videos, and I had fun with it. I think that I get too deep into my own head about things, and I've also let that play stop, or rather I've put the toys away, maybe is the analogy. I don't know, but I've done so many things creatively. I don't want to stop. For a while, I even dabbled in like making music. I did some stuff on my own and some friends. Had nothing to write home about. I was the least talented out of our friend group. Even then, it wasn't about the talent. It wasn't about the skill. It was about having fun and playing and the joy of creating something. And yeah, that's so human. It's the closest thing that I can think of as a soul is when you express yourself, when you make something, even if it's silly. Like, that's the silly part of your soul, right? You know, like I did the silly stuff, and I thought maybe, you know, I could extend that into YouTube. Maybe I could be a commentator. So like I would talk about pop culture, movies, things like that. Definitely love the superhero stuff, obviously. I wanted to be a comic book artist, actually. That was one of the times I dropped out of college. I wanted to make my own comic books, and I wanted to then take those comics and translate them to the screen rather than have it filtered through someone else. I wanted to do it all. Big pie in the sky, big dreams, aspirations. But I got ahead of myself. I was too preoccupied with other things going on in my life at the time, and I wasn't ready to take it serious like it deserved. And I think a lot of people probably end up in a similar situation, right? Like, you're thrust into this responsibility, and maybe you just weren't ready, or maybe, you know, you thought you were. Before I go on a tirade about, you know, giving ridiculous loans to people who are still in their adolescence, barely adults, yeah, let's go back to the silly. Making funny YouTubes for mostly myself, and, you know, to share with a couple of my friends. That was fun. This go around, I'm trying to be a little bit more deliberate, but who knows, maybe I'll make something silly. Maybe I'll come up with a new character. I still have a few that never got to fully become formed. They were just like concepts. I have the concepts of a plan for characters for YouTube. Oh boy. It's 3 in the morning, 3:24 in the morning. And again, I'm just rambling. That's fine. This is okay. I'm not gonna hold myself to anything crazy. I just want to talk, and I just want to let my feelings out, let my thoughts flow, let the juices. Nope. No, we're not gonna talk about juices. That seems really weird. Creative juices? It doesn't matter. No, I feel a little bit better after this experiment, as it were. Just a way to kind of refresh myself. That sounds weird. A way to kind of reset. A way to just, I don't know. Hopefully pretty soon in the next one, I do have some ideas. I have one. This video is essentially like kind of skirting around the concept of nostalgia, and like how we use nostalgia as these markers in our lives. You know, it's an idea. It's a concept. It's a concept of an idea. Lord. All right. Well, I'm probably gonna go ahead and call it a night. I'll probably finish the edit tomorrow, maybe. That sounds good. I would like to have this up pretty soon, before Christmas. We're about to be in December. Happy Turkey Day to those who celebrate. I know we're not big fans of the whole everything that went down there, but you know, Friendsgivings are cool. Your found family, or just, you know, your regular family, get together and eat some food and hang out and laugh, and, you know, try to escape from the horrors of the world. Be good to each other. Yeah. I love you. That's not going in the edit. I love that cat, though. He's cool. Alright, you cool cats, don't do that. We don't need a weird slogan. Catchphrase? We don't need a weird catchphrase. I will talk to you another time, and hopefully better. Okay, good night, and goodbye. That's a squeaky chair. Oh my god. Okay. Good night. I'll see you later.